haven't really forgiven Anna for beating me in that jam-making competition in June. My raspberry jam was a lot better than her orange marmalade. I don't know how on earth she possibly won that competition. Her jam was practically solid, wasn't spreadable in the slightest. I really wanted to win for my little grandson, Jake. He's only 5 years old and would love to see me win something. I went to Southwold last year with him. We went to the beach and got an ice cream. It really is beautiful there. But the traffic is horrific. It takes ages to get anywhere. The beach was packed too. Jake was so happy. He seemed to absolutely love it. I really do love spending time with him. It seems only yesterday when he was born. I remember the first time I saw him. He really is a bundle of joy. On his 3rd birthday, I baked him the most amazing cake, if I do say so myself. It was a Victoria sponge. I'd never seen anybody gobble up a slice of cake as quickly as he did. I suppose our Women's Institute cake-making competition is going to be in good time to make a comeback and set a big smile on his little face again. For the competition, I decided to make a Victoria sponge again. Best to stick to what you're good at. Jake really does love that. Maybe I'll put some extra strawberries on the top for him. I'm sure he'll like that even more. Irene said she was doing a chocolate fudge cake. Though it does sound wonderful, I do find chocolate cakes rather dry. Hopefully she'll do a nice chocolate icing to moisten it up a little bit. Mabel said she was doing a lemon drizzle cake. Now that does sound very nice indeed. I may even make one this evening for when Esther comes round for tea on Monday. I know she likes a good icing with her lemon drizzle. I really do think I may win this competition. You see, our practice bake this morning, I took a sneak taste of the icing for Anna's red velvet cake. It wasn't really nearly as good as I thought. It tasted a little bit bitter and was a tiny bit gritty. It was very strange. I wonder if she's added a secret ingredient. But it was definitely not up to her tip-top standards. It's off, can't we? I quite like that.
Today was the practice bake for our annual WI cake baking competition. I would love to win, after Anna snatched top place in the jam making challenge and won the biscuit baking challenge last December. I bet she bribed the judges. Excuse me. Her biscuits were absolutely disgusting, and even Doris's jam was better than hers. For the cake baking competition, I decided to bake a chocolate fudge cake. My husband Derek does love a good chocolate cake, but I know Doris finds them rather dry. If anything, it's a lot better than a boring Victoria sponge. Anyway, the judges will never give it top spot, no matter how tasty it turns out to be. It is very dull indeed. I also heard Esther is doing a carrot cake. I can really think of nothing worse than a dry carrot cake. I sincerely doubt the judges will give it first place. Poor Esther, she really is terrible at baking. She's a lot better at sewing, but even then she's not as good as me. I do dare to think I might even win this year. This morning, as Anna was helping Mabel with the washing up, I dipped my finger into Anna's red velvet cake mix. It tasted extremely bitter, but sickly sweet at the same time. What on earth had she added? Derek swears blind he saw Anna taking a swig of something from a bottle in her handbag on the bowls club day out to the seaside. She denied it, of course, but I really don't believe her. Reverend Thompson will be spitting mad if she has put booze in her cake. She knows it's against the rules. Hopefully she'll be disqualified.
Love her.
It is 5 years to the day since I moved to that little Wobbleswick. It's hard moving to a new town, but the people around here are so nice to me, especially Mabel. Doris and Irene have never liked me, though. I'm always catching them talking behind my back. Maybe they're just jealous. Mabel and I hit it off straight away, talking about our love of flowers and gardening. I've always loved growing things, especially English wildflowers like foxgloves and hollyhocks. I find them so pretty, and my plot is packed full of them. Mabel has been helping me on my allotment these last few years, as my back isn't what it used to be. I do like allotments, growing things close to home, self-sufficiency, not needing to buy from these big, greedy corporations. Mabel likes sharing her vegetables with me. Her beetroot has been particularly successful this year. I really am partial to a beetroot and potato stew. It gives me taste of childhood. Me and Mabel went in early this morning to help set up the trestle table. And as I was helping Mabel do the washing up, I'm sure Irene and Doris were hovering around my cake mix and icing. I'm hamming it up a bit too much.
In your own time.
I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I am Detective Inspector John Swan of the Metropolitan Police Service Special Crime Command. I was called to little Wobbleswick Village Hall yesterday evening and was met with the most appalling sight. I've been a detective in these parts for nearly 20 years. I've never seen such a scene. As I walked in, the first thing I saw was 2 bodies lying on the floor. Reverend Thompson met me at the door and explained what he had seen. Both women were standing chatting with cups of tea, waiting for the start of the cake judging. Suddenly, one of the women, Irene Brown, started clutching at her throat, making gurgling noises. As everyone rushed to help her, the second woman, Doris Parks, dropped to the floor. An ambulance was called, but both women were pronounced dead at the scene. On my arrival, I immediately sealed off the area and sent everyone home. The lab results were shocking. Both women had traces of digitalis poison in their bloodstream. I sent Constable Wilkins to do some research, and he informed me that digitalis is a poison found in foxgloves. I sent off the cakes to the lab and received word that a delicious red velvet cake, baked by Anna Smith, was laced with the deadly poison. I have searched for her on the police computer records and can find no record of an Anna Smith. However, the same year she moved into the village, a certain Anastasia Zakharov is recorded as entering the UK from Russia. But other than that, I can find no records of her at all. Anna seems to have been in hiding nearly her entire life. I've just come back from Anna's, or should I say Anastasia's, cottage in East Wobbleswick. When I arrived, I found the front door was swinging in the breeze, but Anna was nowhere to be found. Her walking stick was found, discarded, lying on the front doorstep. It seems one should never cross a woman armed to the teeth with a firm sponge, Your Honour.
She definitely has.
Loads.